Again, my name is Katie Kane Stanzak, and this is Project Physique Outdoors. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I just want you to come to a standing position on your knees here. We're going to find our core. Take your hands, place them right onto your belly. Your pointer fingers connect below, your thumbs connect above. Spread your fingers wide, and everything beneath the palm of your hand, right? Start to draw it back up and in. So it's just a little core contraction here. Yeah, I talk about this in every single one of my classes, right? It's going to help you get deeper and deeper into your workouts if you can really find and engage the core from the very beginning. So, right now, you're just pulling your belly away from your hands. Think about that feeling when you're going to sneeze or you're going to laugh. That's a core contraction. And then once you've found that, I want you to go ahead and hold that nice and tight. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Again, sweep and lift. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Sweep, lift, lengthen those arms all the way up and overhead. Grab your left wrist, hinge over, get a nice side body stretch right here. Perfect. Keep your shoulders soft. Keep rotating those ribs. It feels so good to be outside. Come right back through center. Grab the other wrist, lift, lengthen, and stretch. So at any time in any of my classes, if you need to reconnect and regroup, you're going to come to a child's pose, or if you want something a little more fiery, a downward facing dog. Take that right arm across your chest, soften your shoulder. Beautiful. Again, switching sides. And if you ever have any questions or comments, please drop them in the box below or send me a DM on Instagram, Katie Kane Stanzak. I am here to answer your questions. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You're coming to a tabletop position right here. I want you to walk those knees back on a diagonal, lift and cross your ankles. So you're going to push your hips forward and then you're going to scoop and lift them up. So you're going to feel that core contraction. Notice my spine is on a diagonal. That's exactly what you're aiming for. You're going to walk your hands a little wider than your shoulders, and I want you to come halfway down and lift. Good. Halfway down and lift. So now we're building the fire, right? In the belly and in the arms. It's halfway down and lift. Inhaling and exhaling. Every time you come back through center, make sure you're not completely locking out your arms, okay? There's still a soft bend at the top. You've got just two more. Hang on. And last one here. Squeeze the belly button back, send yourself back. This is your child's pose. Your big toes connect, your knees are open wide, and you are fully folding forward. Inhaling to the base of the belly and exhaling. Beautiful. I want you to draw yourself forward back to that tabletop position. This time, step it back to a high plank position right here. Soften your shoulders, soften your elbows, float your left foot up. Bring your left knee to your nose and send it back. Good. Bring it in and back. Bring that knee in, squeezing the core every single time. This also works, you guys, in a tabletop position like this. Right? So you have options here, high plank or tabletop, but every time that knee comes in, so does your belly button. Beautiful. Just two more. Good. Last one right here. Perfect. Right back to that child's pose. Reconnect, regroup. Breathe to the base of the belly. Inhaling and exhaling, draw yourself forward, side to that right side. So find your tabletop, find your high plank position. Good, square your hips, soften your elbows, float your right leg up. Bring the knee to the nose. Exhale, press it back. Bring the knee to the nose. Exhale, lengthen. Perfect. Really melt those fingertips down. Keep your belly button back up and in. Yeah, you should feel it here, full body. And in. Lengthen back. Last two. And reach. Last one here. Yes, you can. Send it back. Everyone find that child's pose position. Inhaling. Now begin to walk your fingers to the right side, body stretch. Come right back through center. Walk your fingers to the left. Perfection. All right. Drawing yourself forward. You're going to grab your resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, don't worry about it. You can grab weights, water bottles, whatever you have. I'll tell you how to kind of modify for that, but I'm going to get started with the band. So your arms come out shoulder height in front of you. If you have a resistance band, when your fists kiss, that is going to be the most resistance on this band. So stretch it out and hold. If this feels like too much, I want you to pause, put a little space between your fists, stretch and hold from there. Yeah, so you can modify. Soften your shoulders and stretch it out. Little stretches. See how small the movement is? So if you have weights instead, you're going to take your weights in either hand, take those arms out to shoulder height, just like we did, and you're just going to add this little movement out and out. We just want to keep our arms at shoulder height. That's the most important part of this. Your shoulders are stacked right over your ribs. Your ribs are right over your hips. Of course, your belly button is engaged. Little stretch. If you find this uncomfortable on your knees, you're going to come to a standing position, right? Hips width distant and parallel. Little stretch. I know you didn't think this resistance band was going to be this tough. Amazing, right? For 4, 3, just 2. Good. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. I'm going to turn. You're going to stay just the way you are. From this point, I'm going to hinge back once, getting a little deeper into my core. I'm going to hinge back twice, building that fire. Hinging back 3 times deepest that you can get without feeling it in your back. So if you feel it in your back right here, you need to lift up a little bit. You're too deep. From this point, start to stretch that band. Stretch it out and out. And so keep your head forward. You don't want to let your head go back behind you. You're going to go right with it. Little stretch. You're also building a fire in the quads here. Multitasking. 4 right here. Just 3. Last 2. And lift yourself all the way up. Okay, bring those arms down. Let your hands actually touch your thighs here, okay? Then you're gonna lift your arms up a little bit, stretch the band. So if you notice, you can see from my shoulders all the way to my knuckles here. One straight line, do not bend the wrists. Start to stretch out, out, little stretches. Same thing with weights. It looks like this, right? If you have weights, you're just making the movement small. That is on you. That's up to you, right? To find that little movement. It's not big. There you go. Little stretch. Everybody good? Fire that core back, right? Use that to help you. Yeah, it'll help you distribute the work. Little stretch. Perfect. Just 4. Just 3. Last 2. Hold it here. Bring those arms back to shoulder height. I'm turning. You don't have to. Hinge back once and hold. Hinge back twice and hold. Hinge back 3 times. Hold it. Now stretch. Final round of this. Little stretch. Be mindful here. Pull the belly button in, in. Yep. You're right there for 4, 3, 2, and lift yourself all the way up. Beautiful. Just place that band to the side for a moment. All right, standing on those knees, I want you to take your right hand, place it to your side, take your left leg long out. So notice I've stacked my hips. This left hand can come right onto your hips. Now I want you to lean into your right hand a little more and then lift your left leg. Uh-huh. Beautiful. Now push those hip points forward, soften your shoulders, take your gaze down because this will take it out of your neck. You're just going to lift that left leg. Little lift, up, up. So it does not matter how high you lift the leg, okay? Find a challenge point for you, and then you're adding that little pulse. You want to keep the hips stacked. That is important. Little lift. Really point through that toe. And you will notice, you will feel underneath your left thumb, your glute firing. That's how hard you're working. Little lift. Inhaling and exhaling. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Tap your toe down, then lift, squeeze, hold. Yeah, tap down, lift. There's a little hang time at the top. Lift, squeeze. Beautiful. You are building a beautiful body here. Yeah, all yours. Little tap and lift. Tap. 4, just 3. Last 2. Hold at the top. Hold, hold, hold. Little lift. This is your last set. Inhaling and exhaling. Just 4, 3, 2. Hold it. And bring that left leg in. Walk yourself around to center, switching sides. So left hand down, right leg long. Roll your hip points so they're stacked. Lifting that leg. And then from here, little lift up. Really pushing those hip points forward. Good. And yeah, no need to look up here, right? Once you've got your alignment, take your gaze down. Take that extra stress out of the neck and shoulders, making that lift small. Itty bitty lifts. Inhale, exhale. 4, just 2. Hold it here. Tap down and lift. Little tap. Of course, you can take breaks. They are always there for you. When you're ready, you're just going to pop back up and meet us wherever we are. Lift. 4, 3, 2. Final set of pulses. Lift and hold. Now up, up. Melt that hand down. Keep those hips stacked. Yes, you can. You're going to have to fight for this. Just 4, 3, 2, and hold. Beautiful. Bring that leg down. Send yourself back to child's pose. Reach those fingers long. And instead of releasing your forehead all the way down, I want you just to gaze at your fingertips right here. Press them down and sink back. Inhaling and exhaling. You are crushing this. All right. You're going to flip around right onto your booty. Take the soles of your feet onto your mat. Grab onto your shins. Lift all the way up and then hinge back. Your hands are coming to prayer in front of your heart right here. I want you to find that teeny tiny lift of the hip points, right? So you're really pulling the belly button back up and in. You've hinged back just a little to get into the core. I want you to start with your left leg and lengthen it out and put it back down. Right leg lengthens and put it back down. Yeah, so your legs are acting as weights to your core right here. Just a lengthen and lower. Reach. Press your palms together, right? Fire up the arms a little. There it is. Good. Lengthen and lower. 2 more. Lengthen and lower. Last one on the left. Beautiful. Last one on the right. Perfection. From here, lengthen your left leg out in front of you and hold. Just lift the leg up, up. Palms are pressing. Shoulders are soft. Elbows are heavy. Stay with me. 4, just 2. Beautiful. Take that left leg down, right leg out. Same thing, side 2, little lift. Inhaling and exhaling. Press those palms together. Right, really lift your heart, soften your shoulders. 4, just 2. Hold it here. Drop the foot, grab onto your shins. Lift yourself all the way up. Now you're going to lengthen your legs out in front of you. Take your hands onto either sides of your hips. Press and lift. So my feet are flexed right here, okay? I want you to hinge back once. Just a little bit in the core, not a lot. Point your left toe. Lift your left leg. Hands come to prayer. You're going to take the leg out a little, back to center, lift it up, and lower. Good. So it's left, center, lift, and lower. Left, center, lift, squeeze the core, and lower. That's it. It's out. center, little lift. Beautiful, you are almost there. Hang on. It's a glide and center, lift up and lower. Last one on the left. Lift up and lower. Beautiful. Bring yourself up. Quick little reset. Hinge back, feet flex, point the right toe, lift it up. Same thing. It's right, center, lift, and lower. It's right, center, little lift, and lower. Perfect. Good. So notice my leg is not swinging wildly, right? I'm placing it out, pulling it in, lifting it up, and lower. It's a glide. Smooth and controlled. It's out, center, and lift. Perfect. Last one right here. Take it out, center, lift, hold. Beautiful. Drop the foot, lift yourself all the way up. I want you to walk your fingers out so you're staying stacked. You're not rounding out really here. Your spine is at a little bit of a diagonal. Flex your feet to the backs of the legs, stay on the mat. Good. And then walk the fingertips forward. Lead with the heart. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. And then swing those legs around right back into that tabletop position that we started at. Go ahead, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow pose. Heart comes through the shoulders. Press around, hollow it out into the cat pose. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. And round. One more right here. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Press and round, hollow it out. Amazing. Tabletop position. Take your right foot to your right thumb, tuck your back toes. Just find a nice low lunge here. Open up the back of the leg. Inhale, exhale, shift your hips back. Straighten both legs and fold. Fully releasing. Good. That heel, that left heel is reaching towards the mat. It doesn't have to touch. It probably will not. Right back to that low lunge position. Plant your palms, step through that high plank one more time. Float your right foot up. Right foot to your right thumb, or excuse me, left side. And shift your hips back. Just release and fold. Inhaling and exhaling. Amazing work this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Roll yourself forward, plant your palms, step yourself back. You're going to roll yourself up to a standing position on your knees. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Doesn't matter which way you're going to go. You'll reverse it. Good. And then reverse. Inhaling and exhaling. Perfect. Sweep those arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Again, lift, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. One more time, lift, lengthen all the way up. And then as you exhale, interlace those fingers behind your back. Drive the interlaced knuckles down. Drop your chin to your chest. Lift those interlaced knuckles away from your booty. Just enjoying this nice stretch between the shoulder blades, tops of the shoulders, a little bit on the inner sides of the arms. Bring the interlaced fingers back to the booty first, then release, sweep those arms all the way up. Grab your strength, put it between your palms, pull it down to heart center. My name is Katie Kane-Stanzak. Thank you for joining me. Have the best day. Mwah.